Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another year. Oh my goodness, we're finally back. This is us. Um, you may have noticed that things have changed a little bit.
I finally did it.
We're going with a cozier vibe this year. There's no more Blue Room, but yeah, this is us. If you are absolutely new here, welcome to our chaotic home. It's still chaos, it's just a different brand of chaos. But on this channel, we like to react to Eurovision songs for the very first time without any prior knowledge of content, context, or style, and we just give our absolute first impressions. And you know what? Our thoughts are not better than yours. They might just be a little different.
Yes, they are.
Everyone's opinions are totally valid, and ours are likely to change the more often we hear the songs. So today, we are going to be reacting to Montenegro's song for Eurovision. Song title is something.
It
What?
doesn't say
Oh.
Dobrodošli?
The song title is Dobrodošli, and the singer is Nina, I think, Žižić? No, Žižić? I'm not really, yeah, I'm not awesome at all with the different accents and how you pronounce them. So my apologies if that's pronounced wrong.
Is it any consolation that I also am not any good at it?
To me, yes. To no one else, though. Any impressions? Do we have any ideas? What they can see a thumbnail, so
Yeah.
It's gonna be a ballad.
Yes, it is.
getting real power ballad vibes.
I'm getting power ballad vibes. I don't know if we're gonna try to go too high or too low in our register, but it's gonna happen.
It's gonna be
Oh, nice.
one of the extremes in the register. Okay.
I feel like this is really powerful alto. This is what
I would
Ooh.
love it all.
Power
Interesting.
alto.
Interesting.
That's what I'm feeling.
Like Palo Alto?
No. I can tell you that she has appeared at Eurovision before in 2013, I want to say, as part of a group. So I have not heard anything she's done solo, but we're gonna go ahead and check her
Didn't
out.
give my impression.
I'm sorry.
How dare you?
Do you have one?
I
Do you
do.
have one?
I'm
What
so
are you
ready.
telling us?
Because that thumbnail tells me 100% this is a like either unrequited love or lost love.
Or both.
Like yeah, lost unrequited. How can it be both? Is that a thing?
Yeah, because she lost them before their love could be quieted.
Ah, yes. Good point. We say unrequited, but do you ever hear requited or quieted? Is that a thing that happened? I'm sure those are all words that people use regularly.
Drop your very knowledgeable etymology in the comments below. All right, are you guys ready for this?
Absolutely
We're gonna
not.
do this. I have no idea if there's gonna be ad, but we're gonna do a little.
That one's
Why
live.
is it
Three?
2024? Did this get released
It
last
did.
year? Wow.
Yeah, Monty song was like super early, which is why we're doing it first.
Okay.
Weird.
Fun fact. So far, we're going in order. There's no telling where we'll go from here. Ooh, I like the light. It's very quiet. It's a ballad.
Alto.
Is that like the next gen meta glasses?
No, it's the
It looks like she got a hold of a bunch of aerogel and like made like a face mask out of it.
yeah, it's the stuff from the Kingsman
Yeah.
that they used to save what's his face.
Is she supposed to be plastic?
We got the title correct.
Oh, it was
Reveal!
She has eyes.
Ooh.
Clearly my impression was right.
Okay. There's people back there. Are those real people? Are they gonna reveal a choir?
It's like gonna lift up and there's like a whole gospel choir behind it.
Yeah. Or chorus line.
I think they're just LED people.
Yeah.
I don't think they're really people.
Oh, she's having a moment to herself.
What language is that?
In every language.
Ooh, ooh, it spells ooh, ooh in every language.
It's true. So, oh, we don't get a resolution, or do we?
Just her breathing heavy. Oh, no.
Okay. All right.
Interesting.
Interesting. All right. What do we think? Anybody feel like going first? Carlina's been taking notes. I didn't bring my notebook today, but that's probably it.
I put thoughts down. So I'm
Express.
good to go whenever.
Spill it.
Do
Be
it.
fresh. You want me to go?
Go.
Okay. So, I don't know if I should go backwards or forwards. I'm going to go with backwards, at least for this portion. So, I'm not sure. And this, like, a lot of times whenever I hear a foreign language video, like, I love it when artists sing in their own language. Like, singing in English is also beautiful, of course, but, like, I feel like they often have a lot more power behind it. And I usually want to go and look up the lyrics and their English translation so I can better understand the song and the emotion behind it, etc., etc. I don't think I want to with this one because I feel like it might actually make me like it less.
Okay.
If it is in fact some sort of love song, brokenhearted, whateverness, it might make it worse for me.
Mm.
I really wanted more power from her, like with the transition as she rips off the mask. It just felt like it was like, oh, we're really, really right here. And I wanted it to be like, that reveal, but it was like, that reveal. It wasn't there. Like I was so ready for it.
Yeah.
I do think there were good lightings and I liked the effects and how the like the background with the lights kept transitioning and like she was in a little halo moon and things just I liked that part. I felt like the dramatic breathing was kind of annoying to me. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
And her intonation sounded off to me. And I'm not sure if it was. Y'all have better ears for that, perhaps, than I do. But I was like, oh, I don't. Something just doesn't sit well. Yeah.
I felt like at the beginning it might have been too low for her, and it was hard for me to tell if she was on key or not at the very beginning. But once you went into the higher register, or it wasn't that high, but once you went higher, it sounded more.
Are my ears broken?
It
might be.
I mean,
It's possible. Anything else?
no,
All right.
no.
Maya, you spoke. You wanna say
Yeah,
some
so yeah, the beginning, yeah, it felt a little rough at the beginning.
more? She was
Maybe because her eyes were covered, she couldn't see the right notes.
very ableist of you, but all right.
What?
That's the thing, you know.
Oh, my eyes are covered. I can't hear. I
She
can't,
was
can't
turns
hear
out
myself
she
with my
was
eyes.
sight reading.
Yeah.
She's sorry. She had a teleprompter and she's reading it note for note.
No.
I do think it got better. I have a hard time reacting to the first song of the year. For some reason, I feel like the first song is not it's not how it will be in the final.
Sure.
So, like, I don't know. I felt like her singing was actually more epic than the background instrumental. And so it felt a little odd to me. Like, she was very dramatic with her face and with her voice, and like, but I just didn't feel it with the backing track as much. I don't
Right.
know. I need the background to be more epic. Or maybe it's because maybe it could be more epic with more visuals too. She was just kind of standing by herself. Her face, she was doing a lot of cool facial expressions, and I felt like she was
Yeah.
really into it. But I don't know. I felt like I needed more on stage, which I'm sure they will have more on stage at the final.
Sure.
But yeah, I feel like this one's gonna get a revamp, and I will like it more.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts.
So performance-wise, I didn't mind the breathing, the emotional breathing.
Okay.
I was actually gonna say that I was surprised that she wasn't pitchy in the parts where she was clearly pushing. So maybe it's because my expectation was that it would be off pitch that I gave maybe her more credit because it wasn't far off. So I don't know. But I feel like a lot of people, especially in a live situation, when they're suddenly giving it their all at one extreme of the register, it's harder to keep on pitch. Yeah, not knowing the meaning of the lyrics, obviously, there's part of it that we're missing out on our first listen. But she was very believable in terms of her expressions. I felt like that the staging was appropriate to what was happening. There wasn't anything terribly innovative musically happening, but that's not necessary. So it was comfy. I felt like it was well done. And yeah, like Maya said, like it's kind of hard to really give thoughts on the very first song because you don't really know how all the songs are going to stack up this year and whether this one's going to end up standing out or getting lost in the crowd when others come out. But I thought it was a good representation of her talents and good job.
I had a thought. It might be that our video was kind of quiet in our ears.
It was.
And it was low. That
Sure.
maybe that's why Carlina thought she was a little off key at the beginning.
Or that I couldn't hear her being off key.
It was so quiet that our brain was like, what key are we in?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. And I was like, oh, I want to get up and go turn that up. And I might for the next video. But the ad before it was perfectly fine. So I'm a little scared to do that since I don't have the access to
It's true.
twisty twist back there.
Yep. First video is always a little rough. What are your thoughts, Tyler?
I thought it was boring.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a great start to the season. I think it's a perfectly fine song. I think she's a well enough talented artist. It's just the song doesn't. I mean, I don't like ballads, so that doesn't.
You're new here.
If you're new here,
Tyler.
learn that I don't like ballad. I mean, I like some ballads, but like as a rule, if
Sure.
like I'm just gonna not like.
It has to impress you in some other way.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be pretty awesome. And I don't know. I'm with Maya that the backing track was just kind of subdued compared to what she was trying to do with it, and they really kind of need to step that up with something. I don't know, but maybe better instrumentation and more
drums.
More drums, and an 808.
No,
and that,
808
yeah,
would
definitely not
ruin
an
it.
808. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It'll I don't think it's going to go very far regardless of what comes after this because there's going to be things that are either more interesting or better. Right? Like it's one thing to do a ballad halfway decently well that's people are going to listen to and it's going to play in the charts. It's a different thing when you're actually competing against other songs and something is either done better or more interesting. It doesn't actually have to be a better artist, but it will be something more clever or more fun or whatever. So I think this one's probably going to get lost.
Okay. Well, Maya?
would love if we did a throwback to Love is Blind, where when they rip off the blindfold, they do like an aerial, one-handed flip thing. That would be great.
Well,
In that
Only-
dress, it's not going to happen. But
only
maybe
if it's a
in
gelatin
costume.
mask.
Yes.
Because when hers started, at least from what we were seeing, it
Gel-
looked like it was gelatin.
Looked like
it
cloth.
was aerogel, and it was like gel, but then it's like a cloth.
Yeah, it's keeping the bullet from traveling any
It's
closer
a
to the
really,
brain.
it's a really weird decision. I don't wonder if they like Velcroed that to her head or something.
I did like her face jewels. Her little
Oh, yes.
rhinestones on her face. That's
Mhm.
pretty awesome.
They bedazzled her
Maybe they were
cheeks.
supposed to be tears. I don't know.
Whose tears are they?
The tears of a
They're not
clown.
John's tears. Carlina knew where I was going with it. Ah!
I got it. We can do a playback to see who got there first. Yeah, it was me.
Wasn't me. That's our first video, guys. Hey,
Good luck watching the rest of the season. We're sorry in advance.
thanks.
I would like to say it gets better.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
I would like to say that.
Yeah. Well, let us know how you felt about Monty Song and all of their contributions. I told myself this year I was gonna pay attention to like one of the national selections, and then we went to India and I didn't have time, so it didn't happen this year. Maybe next year. I don't know. You know how I am with my promises and my thoughts. So let us know again how you felt about the song. And we will be back with another video wearing all the same clothes because we're doing more than one today, baby. We'll catch you next time. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.